What happens when my rights collide with someone else's sensibilities? I may have the right to drink alcohol or go to see a movie or wear any length of hair or clothing style, or on and on and on. But there are fellow Christians that I work with, or who I worship with, or who I have close associations with, and they might have strict scruples about some of those things. So what's more important, my rights or his scruples? This is the question that Paul now addresses in 1 Corinthians chapters 8 through 10. And the setting for the question concerns meat sacrificed to idols. I know, as soon as I said that, your eyes began to glaze over and you began thinking about all you have to do today. I mean, that's a totally irrelevant subject, right? I can't think of anything less relevant to Christians today than meat sacrificed to idols. What's that all about? Well, it must have been important for Paul and for his readers that he spends 3 chapters dealing with it. Let's give him a chance to tell us how it relates to us today. Now, okay, I have no problem with eating meat that was offered to idols. It's just meat, and an idol is just a piece of metal or wood or whatever. But you, my brother, you just came out of a paganism that was steeped in idol worship. And you're very uncomfortable with the idea of having anything to do with that form of worship. So when we're together, should I impose my right on you, or should I respect your sensibilities? But we saw back in chapter 6, if you remember, that people are more important than things, money, or possessions. Likewise, here, people are more important than rights. Sure, you have the right to do X, fill in the blank, whatever. But isn't it more important to consider the effect that would have on your fellow Christian? Do you really want to risk his stumbling into sin because you had to cling to your right? Or are you willing to forego your right for his sake? To help you make that call, consider Jesus, who gave up his right to glory and became a servant in order to offer himself as a sacrifice for you. Can't you do a little of the same? Can't you sacrifice your oh so important rights in order to encourage someone else in their walk with Christ? Here's the bottom line in chapter 10, verse 23 and 24. All things are lawful for me, but not all things are profitable. All things are lawful, but not all things edify. Let no one seek his own good, but that of his neighbor. And verse 31. Whether then you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. Give no offense, either to Jews or to Greeks or to the church of God, just as I also please all men in all things, not seeking my own profit, but the profit of many, so that they may be saved. Think about those things and have a great day.